What up? And welcome to Daytime Talk After Dark. My name is Al Jackson, but that is unimportant. What is important is that I am joined by my girl, the coastal grandma that gets all the guys in the 55 and up community.
The silver foxes.
In a lather. Tory Shulman.
Hi, everybody.
Tory, would you date a silver fox?
Like a 60-year-old?
Well, no, just a guy with gray hair.
What?
Nothing.
I don't know. Why?
I didn't ask you like a crazy question.
I think it's very different for women. I don't know. I think, yeah, sure. I don't know.
This is a weird question for you. Would you? Okay.
Would you date a lady who's a full gray, so full silver?
It would be a moment in time because
What does that mean?
Because I think if you guys meet as younger folks and your hair grows gray together, it's like, oh, this is the point. But if you just immediately start dating somebody with gray hair, I'm being honest, it's just like, because I've seen attractive women with gray hair.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves is engaged, I think, to that lovely woman with lovely hair.
Right.
True.
I've seen a lot of women that I think are very attractive with gray hair. It's just that it would probably be the first time you've ever dated with somebody with gray hair. And it's just a shock of like, you are a certain age. And you only get those moments when you like see somebody's kid and you remember when they were 2 and now they're 6'3", and they're like, "What's up, Al?" And you're like, "What?" And like now I look at my friends' sons and I'm like, I think they could beat me up. That's how I look at all my friends' sons.
Really?
Like
Are they a threat?
Well, my friend Dave, like I remember when I knew him before him and his wife had any kids, and now he has 2 sons, and I'm sure they could both beat me up. One is like a water polo, like nationally ranked.
Water polos are players are insane.
Like, he could kick my ass.
Their stamina is insane. They just tread water and play a game. What are we doing?
It's insane.
It's insane.
Yes. Okay, so let's get started. Now we've talked about the people that have helped mentor and that now can kick my ass.
Nice.
So Tory, let's get into it right off the bat. We got to talk about what makes somebody cool. Tory, do you care about being cool?
I do.
That's an honest answer.
I really do. Because I don't think I'm cool. And so I've always tried to be cool. But I'm open about that I'm not cool. And I think in that case, it makes me cool.
You don't think you're cool?
No.
What do you think your friends say about you?
I think they think she's really quirky.
Okay.
And funny and outgoing. But cool is like, I don't know.
Who do we know that's cool?
I think you're cool.
Really?
Yeah. Don't you think Al's cooler than me?
I mean,
okay, you can be
all
honest.
of the hosts, I think Erica has the highest coolness factor.
I think so.
Yeah. Who do you think has the lowest?
All right. Tory, there was actually a study about, and this was a global study.
That's so mean. His mic did not stop. He just didn't speak. Okay,
I know. Well, you didn't have to tell the audience that. They could have just been like, maybe he shouted out somebody else's name and they muted it.
I think being uncool is cool. Like, that's the new cool.
That's what everybody's parents tell them.
I think being cool
after
might
they've had
be-
their
I
lunch
think
money
being-
taken for the 5th day that week. Let me tell you.
Being cool might be overrated. I'd rather be the nerd or the
Thank
geek.
you. If you're cool, I'm Miles Davis. That's right.
But also, nerd culture
Yeah.
is culture.
I'm cool in the nerd culture. I'm cool in that culture. In the G4, like, you know what I mean?
But you're not a gamer chick.
Yeah. In the, like, news crossword world.
It's a small world.
That's something to be cool at. I think crosswords are cool.
Okay, I'm in the crossword world.
No one thinks that, Michael.
Okay.
No one's ever been like,
Trying to throw her a bone out.
Yeah, I know. It's that was you did good. But Tory,
a pity bone.
This study says that across the globe, cool people have these traits.
Okay, there's 6 of them. I haven't heard these guys, so follow along with me. Let's go at number 1 or number 6.
These are you. First one,
Okay,
extroverted.
Okay, so number 6 is you have to be extroverted.
I don't know if we're doing a countdown.
Okay, I wanna
Casey
do-
Kasem. I'm just gonna list them.
Terry wants to give this one to Louie from Detroit. Coming in number 39. Okay.
Extroverted.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, that's you.
Okay, that's me.
You
Check.
will just walk up to a table and start talking.
I will 1,000%
to
do that.
randos.
I 100% would do that. I have no issue with it.
Am I extroverted?
Yeah. I think you're both. Like you go introverted real fast.
Yeah, I do.
But you can go introverted and then extroverted on the show, and then you go, I got to go make shoes for the next 5 hours.
Yes. Yeah. And I'll be happy.
Yes.
Doing
yes.
that. Okay. Hedonistic.
Okay, so you like pleasurable, sensual things.
But I think hedonistic
or beautiful
means that
things.
You're unshackled by any type of this is something I should be doing or shouldn't do. And it's like you don't care if you do it in front of people.
I see.
Hence hedonism, the island. Have you been there? In Jamaica, the resort?
No.
Michael, you know about hedonism, right?
Yeah, it's engaged in the pursuit of pleasure.
Yeah, it's very pleasurable,
Whatever it
sensual,
is, yes.
beautiful, anything artistic.
Drink,
I don't think it's
drugs,
artistic.
parties.
I think it also involves
It's all
a
parties.
sex swing.
It's all sexist. Oh, it's all sexual?
Well, but it also could be drinking or drugs
But
or
hedonism.
food.
Oh, I see. Like Dionysus.
Right.
That's cool.
I mean,
a Greek god.
There goes
That's
the
where
cool.
it probably came from.
Yes.
I'm sure it did. Yeah. Okay, so I do that.
You didn't know about hedonism?
No, I know. Oh, you mean the Jamaica resort?
Yes.
No,
There's
Al.
3 of them.
Oh, God.
Yes. Did I tell you that I went to one?
I can imagine
What was
you
that
did.
like?
I was filming a show in Jamaica called Awesome Adventures.
Awesome.
They really workshopped that name.
It was a show that came on Fox.
Thank you.
And it came on Saturday mornings at 7 o'clock across the country. And
In the morning?
in the morning.
Oh, okay.
And it was, but you remember, kids are up early. Your parents are hungover.
Yeah.
The kids are up, and basically the premise of the show, even though it wasn't stated, was for your kids we would go do stuff, and your kids would watch me and some other 13-year-old or 10-year-old, like, be in Colonial Williamsburg or somewhere, and then you, as soon as your parents wake up and they go, I need a Tylenol, you go, I want to go to Colonial. So it's like a way to get kids to bully their parents to go places. So we went all over the place. We went to the Breezes Resort in Jamaica.
Sure.
And directly, like, sharing a border with the Breezes All-Inclusive Resort was hedonism. I had seen hedonism on HBO Real Sex, so I knew what it was.
I watched that. I love real sex.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, of course, as soon as we got done, they were like, that's a
Al
wrap.
checks in.
I like already had 1 foot across, like, hedonism. It's like John Glenn or whatever that astronaut, Neil Armstrong.
Glenn.
Yeah. So, like, we went over there, me and my co-host, and
Oh, boy.
it was, I mean, these are people
Just
that
wanting to do like drugs and party all day?
they were suburbanites that couldn't do that kind of stuff
Right.
in Littleton, Colorado.
Sure.
And
they want to let loose.
Right. I used to have a joke where I'd be like, you run into Americans down there and you're like, oh, why are you here? And they're like, oh, the beaches. And you're like, there are beaches in North Carolina. What are you doing down here? What are you doing down here?
Okay.
And yeah.
Hedonism screams, I need a break.
Yeah. So we were at the buffet and we
Ew.
were talking to people.
Oh, God.
And at hedonism, I don't know all the things you could do, but it was a free for all. They were just like, there was like this single black woman that was just like, where y'all going? Like, it's
Just like as soon as you arrive.
I mean, nudity. And they had this thing that in everybody's room, you could turn your camera on.
What?
So like I could be in room 112 and be looking at room
What?
237. Yes.
What?
Yeah.
So you sign away your rights to any privacy?
I don't know if you sign away your rights.
Well,
What are
can't
you,
have
a boy
cam-
band?
No, but you can't allow cameras like that unless everybody knows.
Yeah, they know.
Oh my God.
It's called voyeurism.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's it was
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I mean, we were only there for a couple hours, but yeah, it was a good time.
Okay.
It was but you know what's funny is all the people that like where the chicks at, bro? Bang her, bang. Like, it's so in your face that like me and my co-hosts were like
Shy.
like we were like Mormons. They're like, oh, like clutching our pearls. Like, you guys are. They were next level.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't just like let's hook up. It was like we got some
doing-
stuff in our room,
Okay.
and we could tie
Okay.
you. I'm just like,
Okay.
yo,
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
good for them. I
yeah,
love it.
shout out.
Adults being consenting adults. All right, what's next on the list?
I want to keep talking about hedonism.
Okay, I
No.
know, but you've
Okay.
forgotten the list,
I
haven't
did.
you?
Okay. I also what else is on the list?
So extrovert, hedonism.
Powerful.
Okay.
Are you powerful,
Yeah,
Tory?
very. I believe I'm powerful. Yes, I do.
In which way?
Every way. I believe I speak my mind. I stand up for myself. I'm loud. I have an opinion.
I agree.
I believe I get the jobs I want, the education I want.
Tory, do you apologize or say I'm sorry too much, though?
I think that's every woman.
Every woman that wants to get a man. I'm just kidding, Tory. That was a good
You're
one.
back in hedonism there.
No, I think is that something you've worked?
Yes. How many times? Hey, dear Maxwell, I'm so sorry I'm writing this. I just wanted to ask you this. Again, I'm so sorry. And then the last one, sorry again. Every woman like made emails. And now you have to consciously like delete, being like, dear Maxwell, I need this done. Tory.
I'm sure you've read about this. What's a good way to say what you would normally say? I'm so sorry that I missed this email. What's a better way to say
thank you for your patience on this? You don't say I'm sorry. You say thank you so much for being so patient on this.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because I just like it. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
So thank you.
Yes. What about adventurous?
I'm really trying to be more adventurous.
That's an honest answer.
I'm really trying. I think I've lived, but I went to Europe by myself for the year.
It's a big deal.
I've tried, I went to Michigan alone at 18 and never came back home. I did stand up. Stand up's pretty adventurous.
I think so.
Yeah, it's really scary. So I'd say, but I'm trying to do more.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
All right. What about open?
Everybody knows everything about me.
Okay.
Don't you think? I'm a pretty open book.
I think so.
Yeah. I have a hard time hiding my emotions or being not authentic.
I'd agree with that.
Okay.
Okay. And finally, autonomous.
No, I'm working on that.
Okay. Do cool people say that they're working on stuff?
I think so.
Or is that not cool to admit that
cool
you're
to,
not
like,
a finished product?
I think it's cool that you're getting help and working on things. I think that's really neat. I would rather be with someone that's working on something than thinks they have it all together.
Okay, but what if you're perfect like me and like, so should I lie? Is that part of being cool? Okay. Tory, let's keep it moving and let's talk about Labubu dolls.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I went to see them in Vegas. They were good. They were really good.
Labubu fighters.
So, Tory, tell everybody what the Labubu dolls are, at least in your opinion. What do you think?
Okay, so they are the new It toy. They are this doll or squishy kind of thing. They're from China. They're the new Beanie Baby, if you will, the new Jelly Belly, the new Jelly Cat, the new Teletubby. They are the thing people are waiting in line for, and it just hits. Like, you can't plan these things. And somehow the Labubu is the new thing, but it'll be out next year.
Okay, but do you remember? I don't know, because the Beanie Baby craze lasted for a while, right, Michael?
Yeah.
This is a little different because like the Labubu dolls are like attachments for your like luxury purses and stuff. So
That's smart.
Putting them on their luxury items, and so it's
a way to find another accessory.
Right,
It's another accessory.
Status symbol, but it's also this weird like little plushy doll with a plastic face that is grimacing at you.
Okay, so
so
is it not aimed at children then?
No.
Oh, it's expensive?
Well, I don't think they're expensive. I just don't think they're not aimed for.
So like adults are waiting in line to get these? Oh, that is so cray.
But I mean, is this any different than the Stanley mug?
Great point. Or the Trader Joe's bag that everyone
And
wanted.
who was really buying those Beanie Babies?
Adults. There's a famous picture. Have you seen this? Of two millionaires getting a big divorce, and they're down to the Beanie Babies, and the lawyers are on the ground, and they're separating them in piles, and they're both like, we went to law school for this. Like, Beanie Babies got crazy weird.
Well,
my cousin's ex-husband got really into like the investment of it.
What do you think about that?
Worked out
That's
for
really
him?
weird to me. It's very, I don't know, it feels really uncomfortable.
It's like the same way that people got away with like collecting action figures because they're like, oh, this is an investment. It's like, is it Optimus Prime at 39? Is it? I don't know. But I did want to ask Michael Dean. I had him look this up before the show. I do not know the answer. So we're going to guess. What is the most valuable Beanie Baby currently, present day?
Well,
Michael,
I do have to say that the article that I found with the most valuable Beanie Babies might have been published 2 years ago, but I feel like it's probably still.
I thought it was the Princess
think?
Diana doll. It's not? Okay.
I'm going to say $1,300.
Oh, it's way more than that.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
What do you think?
I think it's closer to 10 grand.
Okay.
Ooh, well, it turns out it is, and I'm going to butcher the name, but Chef Robuchon.
Robuchon. A Robuchon.
Yeah. And it is anywhere between $8,000 to $12,000.
Yeah, so I was perfectly right.
Now it might have gone up with inflation since then.
Chef
Inflation.
Robuchon.
But there were
You guys, it's a bear with a chef's outfit on it. That's all it is.
200 of these Beanie Babies that were handed out at the opening of L'Atelier at the New York Four Seasons Hotel.
That is so embarrassing.
Yeah, and this is it. But I'm sure it's got to be in that original box, untouched, with all of its tags.
You know what? When I was in Chicago 2 weeks ago, I walked past what are those BuildABears?
People love the Build-A-Bear.
What is that?
You get to go and make a bear and like build it, and people are like,
I got the concept.
But the joke's like, why would you build a bear to come into this world? But yeah, people, it's like the new American Doll. Like, and you go to the factory and it's like the new Cabbage Patch.
But I don't want to do that.
Well, kids do, Al.
No.
Yeah, they do.
It's the same way I feel about like Korean barbecue. I love Korean barbecue.
You don't want to do the work.
I don't want to cook.
I'm with you on this.
I'm
with you on this. My dad goes to Fogo de Chao, and I'm like, yo, just bring me the steak.
Yeah, I don't want
to cook the steak.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a
and
lot.
And then when you mess
We're
it up, you're like,
lazy.
oh, let me talk to the chef.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh, you were the chef.
You were the chef. You have to talk to yourself.
Right. I don't know.
No, I'm with
you. I would never get down with the Beanie Baby, and I'll never build my own bear. I'd be like, how obvious is it that you're killing time at the mall? You're not even in the only thing on the level of getting a bear stuffed in front of you is getting a mall kiosk massage.
Have you ever had that done?
Yes, and it was so embarrassing.
Why did you do it?
Because I was doing a comedy festival. It was part of like the perks. I was in Montana. But like what you don't realize, you're face down, you could hear people talking shit about you because it was me and my boy, and they were like, look at these two bitch motherfuckers. Yeah, it was like, it was really bad. Like you could hear like you're getting a couples massage with your homie.
Oh, man.
Right next to the Ann's Pretzels. And it's not it's not as relaxing.
It doesn't seem very relaxing.
No,
same
I hear that. As the ones at the airport.
Yeah, the airport would make me nervous.
Right.
Yeah.
I did tell you when I was in Chicago, I found out that O'Hare is opening its the first gay bar in the airport.
I think that's so rad.
Yes.
That's so rad.
And I told you about my idea that everybody poo-pooed that is now more real than ever. Open the first black nightclub in an airport.
Black nightclub?
Yes.
What do you mean? Like I couldn't go in because I'm white?
You could. No, black people love when white people come to black clubs. We love it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would love that.
And Tory, at Fogo de Chao, you don't have to cook your own steak.
I cooked something.
I don't think you did.
I felt like I did. I think I did.
I think you're thinking of somewhere else.
I think
Fogo de Chao is where they keep bringing the meat until you fall out of your chair.
Right, the meat. You keep bringing the meat.
Right, but they bring you cooked meat.
It's cooked.
Oh, you know what? Then just give me one thing. It's just a lot.
Who are you yelling at? I think that you're combining 4 different restaurants. Tory, have you ever been to a black nightclub?
No.
Ooh.
And I live in DC, which is like, there's a lot.
Yeah.
I would love to go. Would you want to go?
I would love to go to a black nightclub with you.
Yeah, I would love to go.
Are there any here in Denver? I'm sure there are.
Do you know if there's...
I'm going to Google
Okay.
I'm assuming that there are.
Would you just Yelp black nightclubs? Like, what do you...
Probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Places that play mostly hip-hop? Yeah, for sure. I think you'd do great in that.
I would do
great. I think you'd thrive.
Okay.
When's the last time you've been to a nightclub? And are we too old to go?
No, I went to Vegas with Erica and Sam, and we got behind the scenes at the DJ booth, and I was on one, and I was screaming and bouncing up and down, and then all of a sudden Erica's face got real serious, and a fight broke out, and Erica is the first person who's like, we're out. She grabbed us and ran.
Yeah.
And I was super happy.
The Yelp review title is for that, Al?
What?
The 10 best black people club in Denver.
Okay,
The
very
Black People Club.
Black people club.
Okay, what are they?
Temple.
Been there.
Blazin' Bite.
Blazin' Bite.
Okay.
Oh, Lucky Strike. Wow, this is getting really like that's a
bowling alley.
That's a bowling alley.
Yeah.
Sovereign Bar and Entertainment venue.
Yelp really.
This is. It sounds like there are 2, Temple and no, it's pretty much one.
Just Temple.
Yeah, just
okay,
Temple.
let's go to Temple. Let's go to church.
I think I'm too old to go.
I don't think so.
When
buddy.
I drive past, I'm like, oh.
I think you could go.
They'd be like, are you looking for your daughter? Do you need to charge your phone? What are you doing here?
I think you could wear that and look cool.
No.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know nightclubs.
I appreciate it.
There's Elevate Smoke Lounge that's supposed to be popular spot for the black community.
Yes, a lot of black folks go to hookah bars too.
Oh, my dad went to a Black Tailor and he's really enjoying it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like a whole black family in DC, and he like
Family
searched
of
a black
haberdashers.
Yeah. And milliners.
Oh yeah. Hat makers.
Yeah,
There
hat
we go.
makers.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Well, Tory, we're going to let me ask you this. This is a very weird question, but it is a cultural question. Do you use washcloths?
To wash my body?
Yes.
No.
What do you use?
My hands?
Really?
Washcloth, it's not 1800s.
Not even a loofah?
I'm not churning butter. Like, what are we doing here? Would you say?
Or a loofah?
I do have gloves that are exfoliation.
The exfoliating
and I get it on and
awesome.
I feel like it's time to like Dexter in there.
Yeah.
I don't think a washcloth is very sanitary. I think that germs hide in wet, dark spaces, and a washcloth is a wet, dark space.
That's not a great ad pitch for them. This Christmas season, get your partner a wet, dark space for germs to cohabitate.
You know why? It's what I don't use sponges. Sponges are just a harbinger of germs and bacteria.
So
you let it
use
just
on your
sit there.
dishes?
Oh, my dishes, I have a scrub brush.
But that's a sponge.
No, there's holes in air. It's very dense, a sponge. And I don't like the smell or the feel. I'm very sensitive to sponges.
I don't like when sponges get hard.
Oh, I hate a sponge. I feel like that is...
You can almost crack it in half.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Or it's super wet and heavy. What are we doing? We're not animals. Like,
I do like the sponge that's got the dish soap
that's a
inside
scrub.
of it.
Yeah,
It's a
we use
scrub.
that.
Yeah.
I use those. Okay.
That's fine. That's acceptable.
All right. Well, we're going to get Tory to a black nightclub.
And talk about dishwashing.
Yes, we will. Okay, so Tory, I did want to ask you, did you see the story about the dad that jumped overboard on the Disney cruise to save his daughter?
Yes.
What the F? That was so scary.
Okay, not only that, we're talking about, I saw someone in a PR talk about it. That's a multi-shareholder crisis. Like, people are all being like, yay, the dad. That is so much. There's a lot of lawsuits coming. That kid, when she fell, they said it sounded like something hit pavement. It hit so hard. Like, it was a huge crack.
It's a huge drop.
And then the dad goes in and treads water for 20 minutes. What are we doing? It's like, it's not great for Disney. Not a great thing for Disney.
Let's be clear, they're both okay.
They're tired and wet.
Yes, okay is a relative
Yeah,
term.
that's traumatizing.
I will say this, as somebody that worked on 100 cruise ships.
Yeah, there should be like...
People get 1800s drunk on those. People do fall overboard.
But it was a child.
I know.
There should be some kind of protection for a child on that high.
I was surprised that there's not.
Yeah.
And I think what they constantly are battling against is having protection barriers, but also not interrupting people's view.
Yeah, I know.
So, this will cause some kind of change, but I don't think any situation like this will ever affect the company as a whole. I think the people that go on Disney cruises are going to go on Disney cruises as long as they live.
Yeah.
It's like every couple of years there's a sad story coming out of Disney World. It doesn't affect people.
She was just 5.
Oh, man.
That's terrible.
Like, that father saved his daughter's life.
Yeah, where was, like, is there anybody looking? Like, why was he treading water for so long?
It's just the boat was
I know
going
it's
so
big and
fast,
it's large, but I feel like they should have, I don't know.
And I don't imagine, it's got to be hard to stop the boat and turn it, or they send out some sort of
There's like a little schooner boat that they send out.
Like a dinghy. I don't know.
I've been on that dinghy
Yeah.
before.
Oh.
I've told you that story in Puerto Rico.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So, and I climbed up the side of the boat not knowing how, and I was hammered.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So I think the only thing scarier than this as a parent reading this was the idea of being on a Disney cruise for 7 days.
Oh.
I heard Disney cruises are awesome.
I've been on a couple cruises, and the Disney cruise was by far the best.
Yeah, I've
Really?
heard they're really good food.
You don't get tired of I'm like, princess, go over there. I don't want somebody in a goofy head telling me where the nearest bathroom is. It's too much of one
like
thing.
it.
I loved it.
Disney cruise. I love it.
I'm telling you, there was always something to do. You were never bored. They kept all of the adults and kids' activities completely separate, so you could choose whether I wanted to go learn how to draw Goofy with the kids.
With him. I think I've heard the food is excellent.
The food is fantastic.
Yeah, they hire great chefs at Disney cruises.
They will deliver it all to your room, so you don't even have to leave. I mean, the room service is fantastic.
Yeah,
but then what's the point of going on Disney cruise if you're like if you're
having a romantic evening in Al.
with Mickey wandering around
with your loved one.
Hot.
With your loved one. You can have something delivered. I just heard the food is better than other cruises.
The food was fantastic. And you know what? They did not nickel and dime you. It was expensive. And
I believe it.
Compare that to the Norwegian cruise I went on where like anything you wanted to buy was extra money.
Yeah, it's not right.
It was, yeah.
Way to go, Disney. I'm with MD on this.
Disney does entertainment like
they really get it.
Really,
they kind of get it.
Okay, but here's my only defense story. Okay, let's say you're on with your romantic partner, right? So
on a Disney cruise.
On a Disney cruise. Tory, just start telling me something romantic and loving to me. Look at me.
Al, your eyes are so
Do you see how that doesn't work?
Funniest thing you've ever done.
It's like I can't get in the mood.
Al, I want to be on. That was so good. So I get it. Weird. I get it. But I think you can get sexy, and you can drink on a Disney cruise and you can get sexy.
Okay. All right. Let's get to some unpopular opinions.
Okay.
So I had to bring this in for a landing. Okay. People don't actually want shorter work weeks. They want more meaningful lives.
Oh, no. They want shorter work weeks.
I'd agree with that, too.
Who wrote that? A CEO? Screw
Yes.
you. We want 4 work week days, like France.
Which is very plausible at this point.
It's so plausible. You're more productive, apparently, from all the surveys, but we don't listen to data.
I just think the corporations and CEOs know this too, but they're like, we done built this building.
Totally.
Doug.
Exactly.
We done built this building.
Totally.
We pay a company to water all these dumb plants.
Totally. The AC.
You're going to come here and you're going to sit in this AC we pay for.
And you're going to do nothing.
Right.
You're going to waste the time.
Right.
So annoying. It's like people who don't allow remote work, at least a hybrid.
Give me the argument for going into the office.
Oh, there's a whole culture of you're doing better.
Right.
You have a team. You're bonding. You also get to meet people that you don't get the opportunity. There's
we met through work, friends from work.
Friends from work.
Yes.
On Monday, Wednesday, and Thursdays, 3 p.m. Mountain Time. And I think that there's a sense that the company has a culture if you're together.
Right.
Right.
Even collective office bitching. I think is important.
Yeah, totally. Water cooler talk.
Yeah, that's how you bond. You're just like, oh, can you believe Michael Dean's making us work Friday?
Michael Dean
He
sucks.
said we weren't gonna, and then he comes around and you have to be, and then like
Michael Dean.
somebody impersonates him, and it's funny, and it's like,
yeah,
it's really the bulk of your waking hours used to be at work, driving to or from work. So it is a complete shift, but because COVID kind of shoved us towards that, these companies trying to pull people back.
Yeah, the remote, you can't do hybrid. What?
Right. It just causes resentment because after a couple of years, you have a routine, and now all of a sudden it's just like, oh, mom's gone from, being home all day to coming home at 6:30 exhausted.
Yeah, and also the commute is a lot of gas money. That's a lot of time spent. So I wish that companies would be a little bit more relaxed about that. But
all right. Well said. Stop caring is terrible advice. Because there was that famous book. That's an unpopular opinion. Stop caring is terrible advice. Remember there was a famous book, The Delightful Art of Not Giving an F?
Yeah, I have that book. The subtle art.
The subtle
art of not giving an F. Yeah, I won't say it. Or like, don't sweat the small stuff.
Right.
It's like,
what do you think about that?
I think it feels a little passive aggressive to say.
It does.
Yeah, a little condescending. Maybe that's the better word.
Also, I think the small stuff is everything.
Yeah.
What if Nick here, dude at EK Studios, didn't sweat the small stuff? He's like, oh, I didn't upload that. My bad. Oh, like the small stuff. Oh, your mic wasn't plugged in. Small thing. The rest of the studio is great.
Totally.
Like these are major. You kind of can't do that, and I think it's a way to absolve people of the hardest part of life, which is the little things.
Yeah.
Remembering that, like,
you're supposed to find joy in the little things. Why do we not sweat the little things?
Right. Okay.
You know
that was very Pema.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yes.
I should find joy in a cup of tea.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
You can't go overboard with it.
They do think the tea is like a ritual that's very important in Buddhism. With the steeping.
Is that ritual peeing 4 times?
It is a diuretic.
Within the hour. Like, I have a life to live, tea. Because you go through these things like every 4 years, you go, I'm going to start drinking tea.
Yeah.
And then like you have to turn around from wherever you're driving and go like, oh, I'm going to go into the worst bathroom in the county because I
drank some tea.
I had some green tea.
I tried green tea too, and I always feel better about myself, but it tastes like grass.
Green tea is awful.
Terrible.
How about that for an unpopular opinion?
Agreed.
Green tea stinks.
I agree.
Michael Dean, it's not good. It's got a weird aftertaste.
I agree with Al.
It's the aftertaste you got when you just puked in a nightclub bathroom, and you're just like, oh, God.
It's like when you licked grass.
Yeah,
it's like
so
that.
bad.
It's really bad. Now, I study Buddhism, and you're supposed to make tea and concentrate and hold the great pain of samsara and the great hope of the eastern sun, and only then can you make a proper cup of tea.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever made tea like that.
I don't think so either. First,
you haven't made a proper cup then.
Weirdly holding air boobs.
No, it's not air boobs.
You're like this one.
The pain of samsara, which is the pain of suffering, until you can hold that in one hand and the hope of the great eastern sun in the other. You can balance between the two. You're yin and yang.
What do you mean the hope? Don't we know that the sun's going to come up in the east?
There's the symbolism of the eastern sun is your hope. Until you can hold the hope and happiness and the suffering in the same hand, in both hands, right? Only then can you understand to make a proper.
You don't see the air boobs or balls?
It's definitely balls.
Thank you. And you were.
We're not going to end on that, are we?
No. There's.
Okay, we're going to do
more
one more. Attention-seeking behavior is not bad in 90% of cases.
I completely agree with this.
Okay, talk to me.
I think that sometimes the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Is that it?
I think so, yeah.
So, like, for instance, my elevator was out at my apartment forever, and no one said anything because they didn't want to be attention, whatever. And I'm like,
so you fell down the elevator shaft.
No, I wrote the woman and was like, hey, I don't know. I tend to be the person that speaks up or says, like, someone's hurt or is like, hey, we need help here. And so many people think that the next person's going to do it. And I think when you're attention seeking, you get the job, you get the deal, you get the goal. You've got to really put yourself out there.
And a lot of times you get the girl.
And you get the girl.
Like, think about where the jackass guys came from. That's male behavior, dangerous behavior to symbolize to women.
Yeah.
That
like
I'm
biologically.
Stupid. Right. Like I'm a strong,
I'm stupid.
I'm strong. I can surf on the top of a car or staple my sack to my leg.
Okay.
They were doing that.
Erica's going to be mad.
For attention.
Right. Of course.
And it worked.
Yes.
They're
what do you think
all household names right now.
What does the alpha gorilla, silverback gorilla do? He takes branches and trees and makes the biggest noise possible, bangs his chest so that everybody knows, and he runs around and he makes the biggest noise because he's the alpha. And that's when he gets the girls, and that's how he gets the entire tribe.
All right. And with that, that's gonna be our attention-seeking behavior. So, on behalf of Dude IDK Studios, Michael Dean, my girl Tory Showman, I've been Al Jackson here to say,
hoot hoot.